Tariff troubles.
Tariffs this year are on people's minds.
As the spooky holiday affects shoppers, our DC Bureau is live. Sea level rises affecting coastal buildings.
Sea level has risen.
Caplin News is live with what you should know. And book bans in effect.
It's something that everybody should be contacting their state legislator.
Leading to mixed reactions in the public school system. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Well, good morning, South Florida. I'm Nicolette Esper.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Friday, October 3rd, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
More people start shopping in September or earlier.
What's usually a season full of thrills and treats is now turning into a price scare.
According to the latest.
It's October 3rd and the countdown to Halloween has started all over the nation. But this year, tariffs and inflation are having a terrifying effect on spending.
DC Bureau reporter Duvasna Bensudil is live in Washington, D.C. with more on the story. Good morning, Duvie.
Good morning, Nicolette and Valentina. Shoppers are in for a fright as President Donald Trump's tariffs could raise prices for spooky costumes and decor. Now, according to the National Retail Federation, consumers are spending $114 per person this Halloween season. That's $11 more than last year.
Tariffs this year are on people's minds.
Businesses are bracing for President Donald Trump's possible tariffs on a variety of imported goods, raising their prices in anticipation of higher costs. According to the Alliance of American Manufacturing, virtually all Halloween costumes on the market are imported, which means they'll be subject to tariffs. But Catherine Cullen with the National Retail Federation says tariffs have affected certain goods differently.
We may be seeing it a little bit more in non-durable goods.
Cullen says they saw more people start shopping in September or earlier for Halloween because they worried that items would cost more. According to the latest Consumer Price Index, prices on candy and other treats are already up from a year ago. The National Retail Federation projects consumers will spend a little over $13 billion this year on Halloween. That would be a new record. But Cullen says shoppers could save their money by shopping at discount stores, reusing decorations, and getting crafty with your costumes.
We've seen this starting with the pandemic, during times of inflation and others. People are turning to these celebrations, these fun holidays where no matter what's going on in the world, you can dress up in something fun.
Halloween festivities start as early as this weekend. Reporting live at the White House, I'm Duvasna Bensudil, Caplin News.
Well, Miami seawalls are facing challenges from rising sea levels that are threatening the coastline with floods.
Yes, Caplin's Julian Lascano is live in North Miami with more on what the coast is doing to fight against the tide. Good morning, Julian.
That's right, guys. Construction is now well underway across the coast of Miami in an effort to build upon the seawalls that have been so heavily corroded. With king tides bringing in floods, threatening the streets, this is Miami's fight against the tide.
Miami Beach is a low-lying community and many buildings are vulnerable to flooding, from king tides to storms and rising seas. In fact, Miami Beach launched the Private Property Adaptation Program, which provides guidance and grant funding for flood mitigation improvements.
We've seen it more and more over the years. Miami is becoming a sinking ship some days. With sea levels rising, coastal flooding, and storms growing worse, Miami isn't backing down. Right now, we're here in the heart of Miami Beach, where construction is now underway to rebuild the seawalls.
The PPA program grant has been a really big help for our small building. In 2019, the city passed an ordinance known as the Seawall Ordinance. So anyone doing work on their seawalls or building a new seawall, they're required to come up to a certain elevation. That way, one day the whole city is protected at a certain flood elevation.
Michael Phillips is one of the participants. With the help of the program, he received a grant to build a seawall behind his condo. But there isn't just one type of solution for flooding in Miami. Danielle is the project manager for the Coastal Management Program in Bal Harbor, and her latest project takes us straight to the beach, where Miami is upgrading its very first line of defense.
Trends in the coastal counties is that, yes, we have more flooding. Sea level has risen, and we have stormier weather. So there's more precipitation, there's more water from a sea level standpoint, and then that creates a higher stage upon which storm surge can sit upon.
The beach restoration project brought in more than 220,000 cubic yards of sand to strengthen the shoreline, which has already been critically eroded. The work helped to expand the coastline and reinforce dunes.
Now, construction will take 4 to 5 weeks to complete, but all across the city of Miami, construction is on and the race is on to finish construction before it's just too late. Reporting live from Caplin News in North Miami, I'm Julian Liscano.
Well, today marks day 3 of the government shutdown, but Mother Nature never sleeps. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration weather forecasters are still working without pay. With hurricane season still at large, agencies remain open despite the shutdown as they deem it essential to the protection of lives and property, but employees will be facing the impact.
They're doing the work without pay, without an understanding of when the shutdown is going to end. Will they get that back pay eventually?
The Weather Forecasting Agency has less than 4,000 employees for the first time in decades amidst layoffs and other programs. A NOAA official says there is enough staff to accurately predict tropical storms and hurricanes.
Sean Diddy Combs will be sentenced this morning after his federal conviction on 2 prostitution-related charges. The hip-hop mogul may face up to 10 years in prison for each count of transportation to engage in prostitution of his 2 former girlfriends. And Combs was able to avoid a life sentence due to a jury acquitting him of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges. Right now, you're looking at live images from the courthouse outside in New York, where the sentencing is going to be taking place. Expect much more from Caplin News when the sentencing is complete.
Book bans here in Florida are in flux this morning after one decision by the legislature and another by the court system. Caplin's Lucas Borgaitis shows us both sides of the argument.
Since 2022, Florida has passed laws restricting access to books in public schools, sparking heated debate among parents. Just last month, a federal judge ruled much of those laws unconstitutional. We spoke with an FIU child development expert and a concerned parent to hear what they have to say about the situation and its impact on students.
Edna Gonzalez is a mother of 4, 1 in public school, 3 homeschooled. She's witnessed how restrictions differ between the 2 settings and sees it as her role to ensure all of her children have access to diverse literature.
When I have my homeschool kids, I introduce a variety of ideas that my public school child won't be exposed to till either on the weekend or later.
Florida's House Bill 1069, signed into law in July 2023, initially required schools to remove books deemed obscene or pornographic within 5 days of a complaint and hold a public hearing. In August 2025, a federal judge struck down major parts of the bill, ruling it unconstitutional and a violation of students' First Amendment rights. The case was brought by major publishers, authors, and parents of Florida students.
When children read a book, there are different things that happen. First of all, they mirror with the book and they can feel identified with the book, or they can use a book as a window to see what other people are doing, what's happening to other people, and that helps them develop empathy.
Books can still be removed if tested, but decisions must follow the Miller test, the legal standard for defining obscenity, rather than automatic removal.
Even if you don't have kids, it's something that everybody should be contacting their state legislator, because it starts like this, just, with a couple of books. But I mean, we're talking about the Diary of Anne Frank. It's like pretty soon they want to eradicate the Holocaust and pretend a lot of this didn't happen. So everybody should be contacting their policymakers to get on board.
Despite the federal ruling, book bans still remain affecting students, and the state of Florida plans to appeal. For Caplin News, I'm Lucas Borgaitis.
Online gambling is now a public health issue in Congress as it takes a toll on young adults. Caplin News reporter Gervais Mays has more details.
Gambling has surged in the United States, but not at physical locations like this one. Since being legalized in 2018, online sportsbooks and casinos have risen in popularity, and with that, so has anonymity, scandals, and legal loopholes. Due to the less regulated online scene of gambling, sports betting scandals have become more common. Investigations for betting on games have rolled out on college athletes, with 3 Fresno State basketball players already being banned for fixing their own results.
I took the over on Michael Robinson in the Nevada game last year. He's usually a player that averages 10. In that game, he only got 2 in 30 minutes with the game going to OT. I later found out that him and 2 of his other teammates were betting on their team, trying to fix the games. I ended up losing $300 on that parlay.
Mikael Robinson, Jalen Weaver, and Zayon Collins of Fresno State are permanently banned from NCAA competition. Over 20 different cases of NCAA and pro athletes and coaches have been investigated, resulting in multiple suspensions and bans. Since 2022, the total U.S. sports gambling handle has increased 58.7% from $93.7 billion to $148.8 billion.
Gambling itself works on a concept called intermittent reinforcement. Essentially what that means is that person, when they're taking an action, that there is some type of reward that's given for the behavior, but not every time. So you can essentially just open your phone and bet, which in turn makes it more dangerous because it opens it up to a broader audience.
The Safe Bet Act aims to better regulate online gambling, limiting users to 5 wagers every 24 hours, banning sportsbooks from advertising during live games, and removing prop bets from college and amateur sporting events. According to NPR, risk for developing a gambling disorder has risen by over 30% in the U.S. since 2018. Online gambling has become a matter of public health in America and is being addressed as such. For Caplin News, I'm Gervais Mays reporting.
A new AI trend is taking over social media.
It's an exciting one, but that's still ahead, and so is this story.
Everyone loves her. It's like hard not to like her, so like it doesn't matter like who you talk to, they'll know her songs, they'll like her.
Major Swiftie news that has fans buzzing. Newsbreak will be back in just 2 minutes.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did.
Fans knew all too well that today would be one for the books with their favorite pop star releasing her new album. Taylor Swift's 12th studio album was released at midnight, and fans could not have been more excited.
That's right. The album named The Life of a Showgirl has fans debating if they should stay up or wait until now to listen. Nonetheless, fans could not wait to be enchanted by Taylor's music.
I wait until like the next day just because like it's so chaotic and I want to enjoy it like myself. Like I just want to enjoy like her songs because I love all the work she does.
With streaming numbers soaring just hours after release, critics are calling it one of her most defining works yet. And for many Swifties, it's not just an album, but it's an experience in itself.
And now AI is creating things that no one would think is possible. And now one specific AI is turning it into a trend.
That's right. Google Gemini is creating photos of your current self with your younger self. And who wouldn't want to try it out? So that's exactly what we did.
Yeah. Take a look right here. Aww. It's Valentina and her younger self. Tell us a little bit about that.
So this picture, well now it's Nikki.
Yeah, right. Little switch.
So I'll explain first. So this picture, I was taking it, it was at my preschool. I think it was the day before Christmas break.
So cute.
So that's when my younger self
I actually used a picture of just my face on mine, and it was one of my dance photos when we were dancing. Cute. So it was a little, the curls were there. It was,
isn't it crazy how pinpoint
perfect
of a picture it is? It's almost picture perfect.
It was so perfect. I love it. But if you want to see more social media trends like this one, of course, follow us at FIU Caplin on Instagram.
Well, that's all the time we have for Newsbreak this morning. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
And I'm Nicolette Esper. And it's Field Trip Friday today. We have a live studio audience from Mater Biscayne Academy. Always so fun. Thanks for joining us today. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.